Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Ali Abbas, and we are going to solve the past paper, October-November 2023, and it's paper 1-1. So, coming up to the first question that we have, that is basically we have to work out 6 plus 4 divided by 2. It means that we have to do D-mass rule first. So 4 divided by 2 will be done first. It will give you 2. So 6 to be added with 2, it gives you 8. So we have to just write down the final result here. We have got that is 8. So it's quite simple. You have to remember D-mass rule. The next question is basically 40 times by 0.3. The basic rule is you have to remove the decimal and in simple multiplication. How we can do 40 times by, if we remove the decimal sign, it will be divided by 10. So 0 of 10 and 4 will be cancelled. And 4 times 3 results in 12. So we have to write down the final answer of this thing as 12. So the next question is basically you have to write down the answer in the ascending order from the smallest number to the largest number. The very basic thing to be done in this is basically we have to convert each and every number into the decimal form. It will be easier for us to recognize which one is the smallest, then which one is bigger than that, and which is the biggest among all of these. So what's 1 by 5? 1 by 5 is 0.2. You can do the rougher. So it gives you 0.2, or we can say 0.20, the same thing. So what's 3 divided by 25? We have to do the division in the rougher. So 25 is to be written outside, 3 is to be written inside. So we have to put 0 because 3 is smaller than 25. So if we put 0 here, we have to put the decimal sign here. So 25, how many times comes near to 30? It is 25 one times. We will get 25. So 30 minus 25 results in 5. So we have to put another 0 because 5 is smaller than 25. So 25 two times will be resulting in 50. So it is completely divided now. So it means that it is giving us 0.12. What's 13%? Anything divided by 100 is also representing as the percentage sign. So if there is a number in percentage, we have to just simply write down, we have to shift 2 digits towards the left side for the decimal point. Already it is written at the right most. So 13 is basically 13.0. It means that decimal is to be shifted 2 digits towards left. It means that it will be resulting as a decimal as 0.13. So 0.1 is already written 0.1. So which one is the smallest among all of these? You have to just write down the thing that is given in the question, not the all the decimal forms. Okay. So we have 0.1 as the smallest number. It has been written as it is. So I have to write down 0.1 at this place. What about the next number? The next number after 0.1 will be 33 over 25. How? Because it's giving 0.12. So 3 over 25. The third number must be 13% because it's bigger than 0.12. So it will be 13%. And the last one will be 1 over 5. That is the largest number among all of these. So I hope so all of you understood. If you have any queries, just do mention in the chat. I will be definitely replying you back. Next question is basically the temperature changes kind of thing. So work out the temperature that is 20 degrees higher than negative 12. So it means that we have to add negative 12 with 20. We will get the required difference. Means what's you can say we have to add into negative 12 means we will get you can say we will be having negative 12 plus 20. We will be having positive 8 degrees centigrade. That is basically 20 degrees higher temperature than the negative 12. The next one is basically the difference. Difference is basically maximum number to be subtracted from the minimum. So among these two, 10 is the maximum minus, and we have to subtract negative 4. So minus minus is resulting in 4. So difference always be resulting in the positive form. So it will be 14 degrees Centigrade is the difference between -4 degrees centigrade and +10. Okay, now moving ahead to the question number 4. It's basically telling us that Cassia buys 12 apples and each of the apple is costing 65 cents. So work out how many Cassia pays. We have to tell in dollars. First of all, we have to convert it to cents and then we can do automatically. So if we are knowing the one apple's cost, so it means that we have to times by 12. That will be cost of 12 apples. So cost of 12 apples will be 12 times by 65. So 12 times by 65. So it will be 65 times by 12. So 5 times 2 is 10. 1 is to be carried. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1, 13. So moving towards 5 times 1 is 5, 6 times 1 is 6. 0, 8. If we are going to add all of these, it will be 780 cents we get. So for conversion from cents to dollars, we need to divide by 100 because cents are the smaller units. So we are going to convert them to dollars. It will be, we have to shift decimal towards 2 units left. It will be $7.80 we are having from 780 cents. So we have to write down our answer in the space 7.80. Okay, so I also understand this question. Moving ahead to question number 5, what's actually being asked here? The bar chart is given for the data. We have the frequency on the y-axis for the bar charts, and we have you can say number of pets on the x-axis. So we have to find the range. So for finding the range, we have to look at what's the maximum of the data. Data is on the x-axis, not the y-axis. Y-axis is just telling us the frequency. So it means that the maximum of the data is 4 and the minimum of the data is 0. Most of the students do mistake by simply subtracting the maximum frequency from the minimum. No, that's incorrect. Range is basically the subtraction of the maximum data. That is on the x-axis. So we have to subtract these two values, 4 minus 0. 4 minus 0 will be resulting in 4. So 4 is the range for this data. So the next one is we have to find the fraction of the 20 people who own 3 pets. So first of all, look at the number of the frequencies, number of the people who own 3 pets. Those are 5. So 5 is the frequency for the people who own 3 pets. So out of 20, it means that we have to divide it by 20 in order to tell us the fraction. This is the answer, but if we are going to simplify it further, it can be, so it will be 1 over 4. If you forgot to write on 5 by 20, it's same thing. Don't worry, but try to make your answers, write down your answers in the simplest of the forms. It will be, I can say, okay then. So moving towards next question, this was question 5. Now moving towards question number 6. This is the angle properties related question. The diagram shows a straight line crossing two of the parallel lines. These two are the parallel lines, and we have to work out for angle x. So look at angle x. So this is one of the parallel line. This is the other parallel line. So angle 110 and angle x both are known as interior angles, but to be in simpler words, we can call them co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are basically on the same sides of those, you can say that line which is intersecting both of the parallel lines. Both are interior but on the same sides. So the sum of these two will be 180. Co-interior angles sum is 180 degrees. So it means that if you simply subtract 110 from 180, so you will get the required result, that is 70 degrees for angle x. Once we know that angle, we can do it directly as well, because 110 is having correspondence with y degrees. So y will be equals to 110 from straight away. Looking at the property of the angle properties, these two are the corresponding angles that are being made with the parallel lines. So moving ahead to the next question, that is basically the estimation kind of question. We have to write down our answer in the estimate form. As we know, we don't have to, you can say, use the calculators. So it's always telling us the significant figures to which we have to, you can say, round off. So it is having one significant figure. So look at, we have to start from the left for the numbers. So 5 is basically the first of the significant figure. Look at the next numbers. All of the numbers, you have to make them 0. It means that we have to round off 5 because the next number is smaller than 5. So we don't have to add 1 into that. So it will be 50 divided by, so 2.61. So we have to round off till 2. So it means that look at the next number. It's greater than 5. So it becomes 3 and then plus. So 7.48. Look at the next number to 7. That's 4. It's smaller than 5. It means that it is rounded off to be 7. So 50 divided by 3 plus 7 is 10. So cut down the zeros. You will get 5 as the estimated result. So I hope you understand that these are normally coming up in the, you can say, papers. These questions are quite easy, quite simpler. Most of the students do well in this, but few of them do silly kind of mistakes. They don't know what significant figure and how to solve these, and they think that they should use calculator, but calculators are not allowed. But for this reason, they also mention the limits of accuracy, the rounding of things. So you have to, you can say, do these kind of things, and then it will be easy to figure out the answer. So this is question number 7. So I'm going to question number 8. What's being asked there? It's basically the unit conversions. So 78 millimeters into centimeters. As we know that 1 of the centimeter equals to 10 of the millimeters. So centimeter is a bigger unit, millimeter is a smaller unit. So we are going to convert from millimeters to centimeters. We have to divide by 10. As we know, decimals will be shifted 1 unit towards left if we divide by 10. So it becomes 7.8 centimeters is the result. The next one is 3 meters squared to the centimeter squared. So as we know that 1 meter is basically 100 centimeters. So how many meters squared in, you can say, in 1 meter square? If we do the square on both sides, it will give us the square units. So any number which is having zeros with it will be, the square will be, you can say, 1 is to be written as it is, because 1 squared is 1, and we have to double the number of zeros. If there are 2 zeros, we have to make them 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeter squared. And we're going to convert 3 meters squared into centimeter squared. It means that if 1 meter square is 10,000 centimeter square, so 3 meters square will be 30,000 meter centimeter squared. So I have to write on 30,000 centimeter squared. These are the basic unit conversion things. So if you are facing any kind of problem, anything, you can just, you can say, write down your queries, your other, you can say, stuff that you're not understanding. Write it in the comment section. I will be there for you and replying you back. Next question is question 9 is for the scatter diagram. As you know, if you move from left to right, the values of y are also increasing. It means that it is having a positive correlation. We have to tell the type of the correlation, whether it is positive or negative. So in this case, it is positive. As we move from left to right, the values in the y-axis also increases. So what we have to do in the next question, we have to draw a suitable line, that is basically line of best fit we call, and then we have to estimate that the person aged 50, you can say, to complete the task. So I'm going to make a line, and then you can understand the maximum the points are basically lying on it, or they are near to them. Means if we are looking at the points above them and below them, that can be having the same distance with them. So if we are going to draw a line from here, and it is basically having I think this is okay. If this line is okay, as you can see, the points above it and below it are normally you can say equal or something else we can say. So this is the line of best fit. One student has, you can say, can draw a little bit different than the others, and basically they will always say it's the estimate. So that's why there is a range of the answers you have to mention. So what we have to do, age it 50, look at 50 age it and look at the answer on the y-axis. So y-axis will tell us 0.16, as you can see. So 0.16 is the result for it. If you have done the line of best fit correctly and write down your answer through it, you will get 2 marks completely. Otherwise, if you have done the line of best fit wrong, and it will be, you will get nothing out of it. This is question number 9. So now moving towards question 10. So all of these 4 angles that are given are the exterior angles for the pentagon. So the size of the remaining exterior angle. We know that the exterior angles sum up to 360. So we have, you can say, 4 of the exterior angles. We have to sum them up. So 50 degrees plus 100 plus 45 degrees plus 35 degrees plus x degrees. That's the 5th exterior angle we have to calculate equals to 360 degrees. Add them up all. So it will be 250, 250 and 295, and it will be 330 we have, plus x equals to 360. Now bring 330 onto the other side. It will be 360 minus 330 degrees. It will give us 30 degrees. That is the 5th of the exterior angle. So all of the exterior angles sum up to 360 degrees. Just remember this concept, and rest will be done through a simple linear equation. So we have to tell the interior angle for regular polygon. So it means that we have to tell one of the interior angles. So it means that we have a one interior angles formula, that is n minus 2 times by 180 degrees divided by n. What is n? N is basically the number of sides. Here decagon. Decagon means 10-sided figure. So we have 10 sides. So it means that we have to replace n with 10. 10 minus 2 times 180 divided by 10. 0 will be cut with this 0. So 10 minus 2 is resulting in 8. So 8 times 18 will be giving you 144 degrees. So I hope so. You know this concept. If you know the basics of the interior angle, and means what's the formula, and if the number of sides are given, how we can find the one of the interior angle, or the vice versa. Sometimes if they give the interior angle, you have to find the number of sides. So we have to move to the question 11. So in question 11, we have to evaluate. Evaluate means I have to write down in terms of number. So 4 squared, you have to simplify that 16. So cube root of 27. What number is to be cubed? We will get 27 is 3. 3 cubed is 27. So 16 plus 3 is 19. So I have to write down 19 as a result here. For the next question, we know the bases are same. We have to add the powers. The signs will be written as it is. So minus 1 plus 3 will be giving you positive 2. So it's 5 squared. We have to evaluate. Evaluate means don't have to write down your answer in the indices form. You have to just simplify them. 5 squared is 25. So write down your answer 25 at this place. So I hope you understand for indices type of question. So moving towards the next question, that is basically the maps and scaling question. We know that the scale is 1:20,000, and the positions of board A and B are mentioned. So what we need to do in this case, the scale is giving us, you can say, there are no units actually we can see. So how to simplify them? I'm just going to let you know what we have to do here. We have to tell the, you can say, actual distance. So for actual distance, we know what is the length on the map? So for the length on the map, we have to calculate through the scale, through the ruler. So what exactly we are getting from here till here, it is approximately 9 centimeters. So if we have 9 centimeters here, so what we have to do here, we know actual map ratio actual. We are solving through the ratio method. So we have, again, so on map, it is 9 centimeters. In actual, we don't know. So we have to, you can say for the scale thing, we have to make the units same. There are no units mentioned, then we have to take as the, you can say, units of the map, starting from the map. So one must be written with the centimeters, then it's to be ratio with 20,000 centimeters. If there are no units mentioned, it means that it is basically simplified as a ratio. So ratios does not have any units. This is the basic concept. If you can't see any kind of units, you have to mention centimeters relating with the units of the map, not the units of the actual thing. So you have to convert now. So how many, you can say, kilometers, because we need to convert 20,000 centimeters into kilometers for the actual thing. So 1 centimeter is to be related with, we have to divide with, basically we know that 1 kilometer equals to 100,000 centimeters. We have to divide 20,000 by, you can say 100,000. It will be giving us 0.2 kilometers. So we have to, you can say, mention here under the map, it's 1 centimeter. Here we can say it will be 0.2 in kilometers. So basically these are the direct proportion questions. We have to cross multiply them. So 1 times x gives you x equals to 9 times 0.2. If you simplify them, it will be 18 by 10. It's basically 1.8 kilometers. So this is the actual distance we have once we know the distance on the map and we know the scale as well. So I hope so all of you understood this type of question. So now moving towards the next question, it's basically using a compass and a straight edge only. So construct the locus that are equidistant from 2 points. So equidistant from 2 points always refers to the perpendicular bisector. This is the hint. Equidistant, any point that is basically equidistant from two other points, we have to draw the perpendicular bisector. So you must know how to draw the perpendicular bisector of any line. So line of AB, we know line AB. So the we can say the take the half of it. So 9's half is 4.5. So open your compass more than you can say 4.5. Put your needle of the compass here and open more than 4.5, say 5, 5.5, 5.1, 4.6 even, anything more than the half. So put an arc here and put an arc below as well. Similarly, we have to place the compass here and do the same of the process. So you have to do the same thing here. Now join these 2 points. It must be cutting this line into half and 90 degrees as well. So this is basically the locus of the points equidistant from points A and B. So I hope you understand. So if there are 2 points and equidistant, I can say mentioned here. So it means that it's perpendicular bisector question. What the next question is telling us? A ship S is equidistant from A and B. Equidistant from A and B means it must be lying on the perpendicular bisector line. Once you have done the previous concept correctly, then you can do this concept. So we have to tell S is on a bearing of 105 from point A. So look at the north of A and draw, you can say, and measure 105 degrees and then plot that point. So measure 105 degrees. So here we can say at some place it's giving you 105 degrees. Now join this through here and at some place here that point will be as lying on the line that is equidistant from A and B. So try to understand what's being asked in the question. Once you know the locus kind of thing, that what's whether it's angle bisector, perpendicular bisector, it's a circle or anything. So what we have to do here. So in this case, we have to draw perpendicular bisector and has to be mentioned on that perpendicular bisector. If you have any queries related to now till question 12, do let me know in the comment section. I have to, we can say, answer back your queries. So for moving ahead to question number 13. So it's basically fraction type of questions. So for fractions, what we need to do, we need to convert this into the, you can say, the improper fraction. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 by 5. And then I'm writing on deviant till now. So convert this. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5/3. So deviant sign is to be changed with the multiplication. It will be reversed. It will be reciprocal. So nothing will be cancelled. 8 times 3 is 24. 5 times 5 is 25. So 24/25 is the answer for question 13. We have worked out our results. Normal fractions multiplication. So for the next question, we have to write down 36 as the product of prime factors. So we have to do prime factorization of it. 36 as an even number, so divide by 2, so it gives you 18. So again by 2, it will be 9. So 9 is to be divided by 3, the next prime number. So 3 1 times is 3. So it means that 36 can be written as 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. This answer is also correct. But if you write down in the index notation of it, it will be correct as well. So 2 is occurring 2 times, 2 squared times 3 squared. This is the result for the prime factorization of 36. So what's to be done in the next question? Next question, bus A is leaving the bus station every 36 minutes, and the other bus B that leaves the station after every 48 minutes. The two buses both leave the station at 9:30. This is the leaving time. So what we have to do, we have to find the next time when these two buses leave the bus station together. Together means the common thing. And every means, it means that we have to tell the lowest common multiple when the next event is going to be happening. This is just the rule, means when I can say these two will be occurring, I can say will be reaching the, you can say, bus station together. So this is LCM question. First of all, find the LCM of 36 and 48, and then we can do the rest of the stuff. So both are even numbers. So it's 18, 24. Again, even number to 9, and it's 12. So not even now, both are divisible by 3. So 3 3 times and 3 4. Now these two can't be, you can say, divisible. So these are the common factors. You have to multiply with the uncommon, that will be the LCM. So it means that 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 and times 4. So this is 36 basically, and you have to multiply 36 with 4. You can do it in rough work, it will be 144. Basically, after 144 minutes, these two will be reaching the bus station together. So you have to add 144 minutes into 9:30. So for doing this, I have to convert this thing into hours and minutes. So how many hours there must be? If you divide by, we can say 60, we will get 2 hours completely. And how many minutes ahead? So 2 hours are basically 120 minutes. So there are 24 minutes ahead than 2 hours. So we have to just simple normal, you can say, calculation. So add 2 hours into 9:30. So it means that it becomes 11:30. So add 24 minutes again. So plus 24. So it means that 4, 5, 11:44. So at 11:44, it will be, you can say, done again, means these two buses will reach the bus station together. So 11:54 is the time. So I also understand if you have any queries or if you want to have more of the questions like these I can provide. And I think we have to move ahead. If you have any queries, do let me know any. As we move to the next question, it is basically related to the circle properties. So, angle BAC is mentioned here. It is 38 degrees, and tangents are being mentioned that are coming from the same point and touching two of the points on the circumference. So, we have to remember the properties. What are these? So, for understanding this, we have first of all look at the question. We have to find angle ABC. Angle ABC is lying here. It is in the triangle ABC. So we know this angle is 38 and the tangents are coming from the same point, and these two tangents are equal in length. So if these two are equal in length, it means that it's an isosceles triangle. You have to suppose this angle as x. So similar case goes with angle ACB. It's also to be supposed as x. So we have two of the angles unknown in a triangle, and we know one of the angles. So add these two angles, it will be 2x plus 38 equals to 180. Subtract 38 from 180, you will get 142. So 142 divided by 2 will be resulting in 71 degrees. So 71 degrees is the answer for angle ABC through the triangle thing. So what about the next question? It's angle BOC. For angle BOC, it's the angle at the center. What type of triangle is it in? It is basically in BOC triangle. It's also an isosceles triangle made by two of the radii and one of the chord. So we know that one of the tangent is passing, you can say it is touching one point on the circumference, and the radius is also being made here. So these two makes a right angle here. So if we know right angle and we know the value of it, that's 71. If we subtract 71 from 90, the right angle, we will be getting 19 degrees. So 19 degree will be here as well, because the same rule is to be applied here. So we have to suppose this angle as y. So we know two of the angles, one angle is unknown, the same triangles interior angle rule, that is y degrees plus 19 degrees plus 19 degrees equals to 180. So add them up, it will be 38 degrees equals to 180. So subtract 38 from 180, that will be the required result, that is basically 142 degrees for angle BOC. So I hope you understand this kind of concept. So look at the next question. Next question is angle BDC. Where does this lie? Angle BDC. Now the third property we have to apply in the same type of question, because angle at center is twice the angle at the circumference. So we know angle y, so we have to divide it by 2. Angle y is 142 as we found. So we have to divide it by 2. We again get 71 degrees. So 71 degrees will be the answer for angle BDC. So I hope you understand. So moving on to the next question. If you have any queries, do let me know. This is we can say linear inequalities. We can say make the graphs first, and then we have to recognize the region as well. So how many inequalities will there be? First one is basically, first of all, look at the inequality. This is x is greater than 1, and here x is smaller than equals to 3. X is greater than equals to 1, and x is smaller than equals to 3. Here we can see y is greater than equals to 2 and y is smaller than equals to 3. For this case, as we know that it's one of the inequality here, so we don't have to, you can say, do the rest of the thing. So we have to just draw the lines. We have to just draw the lines. As we know that the line that is basically having x as a subject is parallel to y-axis. Simple coordinate geometry concept. So you have to draw the line first, x equals to 1. So how to draw x equals to 1? It must be passing from 1. Draw this line. Similarly, the next would be, next is basically x equals to 3. I have to draw at x equals to 3. So x equals to 3 will be drawn like this. So this is the line. So for the next line, it is basically y equals to 2. So y equals to 2 is basically parallel to x-axis must be passing from the y-intercept as 2. So y equals to 2, and the next line is basically y equals to 3. So y equals to 3 will be lying at this place. So these are all the parallel lines to one of the axes. So the next is basically we have inequality y is greater than equals to this. So if I'm going to convert like an equation, so it will be y equals to x by 2 plus 1. We know that these are the values of x 0 till 6. So we can suppose any two values. We have to know two of the points. That's enough. We can join them. That will be our straight line graph. So if we put x equals to 0, we will be getting 1 as the answer for y. So now if we put x equals to, we can say 2. So we will be getting 2 by 2 plus 1 is be 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 2. So we are having two other points, 0 and 1. At 0 we have 1. At, you can say 2, we are getting 2. So it means that it must be lying here. So join these points, and then we have to extend till the graph. So that will be our result. So join these two, and it will be going ahead till the graph is going. So now look at the region. Region is basically made with the, it's to be made with the we can say five of the equations. So it must be pentagon. So x is greater than equals to 1 means it must be lying right towards it. And if x is smaller than equals to, it means that it is lying towards left of it. Similarly, if it is y is greater than equals to, it means that it must be lying upwards. It must be greater than, we can say 2. And it is smaller than 3, it will be below it. And similarly, for the straight line, it must be greater than, you have to look at y-axis as well. So it is greater than these. So all of these are having the common region as this one. So if you shade, that's perfect. If you don't, it's not mentioned here. You have to just label the region R. So you have to just label the region R that is to be present here, so that you will be getting 4 of the marks. You have to, you can say, first of all, you have to make this region clear, and it must not be the dotted lines because all of these are equals to. So we have to show a region that is basically formed between all of these 5 of the inequality. This is the region. I hope so all of you understood this. So moving towards the next question, it is basically the variation question. Y is directly proportional to the square or root of x. So it means that it is root of x. So now remove that root thing, and it will be converted to equals to with a constant k and root of x. Now we can see when x equals 16, y is 2. Put 2 in place of y, and in place of x, you have to replace by 16. Now simplify root of 16. As we know, we have to remember first of the 15 roots, first of the 10 cube roots. So remember by heart, because you don't have to use calculators, so that's why. So 16 is basically square root of 4, so I have to substitute 4 here. Now we can see 4 and k are going to multiply. 4 will be divided onto the other side. So 2 by 4 is resulting in half, so it will be 1 by 2. So k is 1 by 2. Substitute this value into this equation. It will be y equals to half root of x. So we have to find the value of y when x is 25. So replace x with 25. So we know that root of 25 is 5. So it's giving us 1 by 2 times 5. So it will be 5 by 2, or we can say 2.5. Both are okay. So this is the answer for the variation type of question. I hope so you understand. If there are any queries, just do let me know. So these are the basic type of questions that usually come in the variation concept. So I'm moving towards question 18, that's related to the Venn diagram. First of all, complete the Venn diagram. So there are three things: run, cycling, sailing, all of these three. Overall, the members of run are 22. We cannot label all of them because some can be overlapping with C, some are overlapping with S, and some are overlapping with both. So we don't have to start from it. So we don't have to start individual things. So we have to do this thing later on. First of all, look at the statements that are combined thing. They are saying three cycle and sail, but do not run. So it means that cycle and sail's common region is this, but they do not run. It means that it's nothing common in all of these three. So I have to write down three here. So nine run and cycle, but they do not sail. It means that nine is to be mentioned here. So five run and sail, but do not cycle. So run and cycle, run and sail, but do not cycle. So five is to be mentioned here. So what else is left? They're saying that six run only. Only means this is only region except cycling and sailing. So can you add them up? 6 plus 9 is 15 and 5 is 20. We're getting 20, but overall, now look at the individual, the overall things, means the run things. They're saying there are 22. It means that 20 are these people, so 2 are the people that haven't been included. Those are included in all of these three. So similarly, we have to calculate for cycling. 9 plus 2 is 11 plus 3 is 14, but here we can see cycling are 24. So subtract 14 from 24, we get 10. Let's write down 10 here. So similarly for the sailing thing, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 3 is 10, but overall there are 14. So I have to add, you can say 4 here to make it 14. So if we add them up, will it be 40? The overall, you can say members of the club. 6 plus 9, 15, it's 20, 23, 33 plus 4. Sorry, I've done something. 11, 13, 24, 27, 37 plus 4 is 41. So it means that one of the member is not included, that is in neither of the things. That is basically not sailing, not we can say running, and not cycling. That is the extra man that haven't been included in the overall. So if we add them 11, 20, 22, 25, 35 plus 4, 39, one person is left. So we have to mention outside. So I hope so understand all of this. So the next question is basically we have to tell set notation. So what does set notation mean? First of all, look at which set is completely not included. Write on that set with the complement. And it is outside. F complement means it is the region outside. Everywhere for F will be included. So in this case, it's not included. You can say the region that is for F. So F complement is not specified here. It will be all of the region other than F. So now look at the region for G and H. So what does this represent? It is some part of the G intersection H, but not included with F. So it means that if we take the intersection of G and H and also taking the intersection with the F complement, that will be the region that is to be mentioned. If you want to have more of the questions, I can provide you. So do let me know in the chat box. So we have this question till now. I hope you understand all of you. So this is basically the speed time graph question. We have to find the acceleration for the first 10 seconds. For the 10 seconds, we have this. So we know the final speed, that's 20. And we know the initial speed, both are starting from 0 meter per second and 0. So you have to just write down the change in the speed is 20 divided by 10, just simplified. So A will be 2 meters per second squared. So the next question is basically the distance is given. The overall distance is given. We have to find t. T is the final time here. So what's the complete figure? The complete figure is a trapezium. So we must have to remember the formula of the area of the trapezium because distance in speed time graph is the area under the curve. So it's half sum of parallel lengths times by the perpendicular height. So parallel length. One of the parallel length is t. If from 0 till t, it's t. The other length is, it will be from minus 10, and we have t. The t minus 10 is to be written here because the initial 10 seconds are to be subtracted and the perpendicular distance is 20. So if we replace in this formula, and we will be having the answer for the time. So half t plus t minus 10 times by 20. So we can cut down 2 and 20 to 1 times and to 10 times. So now bringing that 10 onto the other side by dividing. So 700 divided by 10. So t plus t is 2t minus 10. So 0 and 0 will be cut. So it will be 70 equals to 2t minus 10. Bring that t or 10 onto the other side in order to simplify. It will be 10. So we can say 80 by 2. So 80 by 2 is resulting in the final time we have, that is 40 seconds. 40 seconds. For finding, you can say the A inverse, we must know the A determinant. A determinant is basically multiply -2 with 3, the diagonals, and subtract the other two diagonals multiplication 4 times 1. So -2 times 3 is -6, and -4, it results in -10. So we must know the adjoint. Adjoint of A, what we see for adjoint of A, it's basically we have to change these two positions. 3 is to be written in place of -2, and -2 is to be replaced here, and change the signs of these two. These two are positive, -1 and -4. So we have to multiply 1 over, you can say determinant, 1 over -10 with 3 minus 1, -4 and -2. As we know that we can write on -1 over 10 outside it and write down all the things, all the stuff as it is. That is the inverse of any matrix. So I hope so you got it. So how to multiply two of the matrices A and B? First of all, write down A and B. A is -2 and 1, and similarly the other row is 4 and 3, and B is 3 and 2, and we have -1 and 1. So rows will be multiplied with the columns. So same row and same columns will be added. So -2 times 3 is -6, and you have to add 1 times -1. It will be -1. Similarly, you have to go to the next column. So -2 times 2 is -4, and 1 times 1 is 1. We have to add them. So now we have to move to the next row. So 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 times -1 is -3. Similarly, go to the next column. 4 times 2 is 8, and plus 3 times 1 is 3. So now simplify them. -6, and we have to add -1 into it. It will be -7. So -4 plus 1 is -3. Similarly, 12 minus 3 is 9, and 8 plus 5 plus 3 is 11. So -7, -3, 9 and 11 is the answer for the multiplication of AB. So I hope so all of you understand the simple matrix multiplication. So moving towards factorization question 21. Factorization's first rule is to take something common when there is. So 6 and in 9 is having 3 common. So 3 is common. 3 how many times makes 6? It's 2. A will be written as it is, minus 3. 3 times is 9. So 3 times 2a minus 3 is the result of it. So for the next question, we have this the complete square. This is also the complete square. In between, there is a negative sign in the squares. You have to apply the third identity. So 4b squared is square of 2 and b whole square minus 5. 5 is basically the square of 5 is 25. So a squared minus b squared, it will be a plus b times by a minus b. So we have to write down this thing at the final spot, and then we are moving towards the next part. This is simple factorization. So now we have to simplify them. So for simplification, we have to do factorization in the numerator and as well as in the denominator. So 2c squared, what's common here? 2, and c is to be taken as common. C minus 4 is left, divided by, so we have to do midterm break. 12 times 2 is 24. Factors of 24, if we midterm break it, we will get 5. So it will be minus 8c plus 5c plus 3c minus 12. So 2c times c minus 4 divided by 2c is to be taken as common, c minus 4 plus 3 is common, c minus 4. The brackets are same, so we have to write down the brackets one time. So it will be c minus 4 times by 2c plus 3. So c minus 4 will be cut. So the final result will be 2c divided by c plus 3. This is the final of the result of this simplification. So this is the simplification. So we have to move to the next thing, that is basically for finding for evaluation the f of negative 8. It means that we have to substitute in place of x, we have to write down negative 8. So f of negative 8 is basically negative 8 by 4 plus 3. So it results in 4. How many times makes 8? It's 2. So negative 2 plus 3 will be resulting in positive 1. So we have to write down 1 at this place. So next is the inverse. So inverse, for inverse, we have to write down the function equals to y, x by 4 plus 3. So now swap the values of x with y. So x equals to y over 4 plus 3. So 3 is added first. We have to bring on to the other side. So it becomes minus. So x minus 3 equals to y over 4. Now make the y as the subject. 4 is divided here. Now cross multiplied. 4 times x minus 3 equals to y. So this y is basically the inverse of the function. So the final result is 4 times x minus 3. This is the inverse function result. Next question is the equation. So f of p means replace function f of x, means in place of x you have to write on p. So it becomes p by 4 plus 3 equals to g of p of 5, p plus 5. So in at the function at the place of x we have to replace p plus 5. So 2 times x minus 1. So it will be 2 times p plus 5. This is x and minus 1 here. So now what we have to do, we have to make the denominator same. So it will be 4 here. So p plus 4 3 times is 12. So p plus 12, 2 times p, 5 minus 1 is 4. So this 4 is to be multiplied here. So p plus 12 equals to 4 times 2 is 8 and times p plus 4. Now open the brackets on the right hand side. So it becomes p plus 12 equals to 8p plus 8. 4 times is 32. Now bring the p's onto the one side. So p minus 8p, 32 minus 12. So p minus 8p is resulting in negative 7p, and 32 minus 12 is resulting in 20. So minus 7 is to be divided onto the other side in order to solve for p. We have to find the value of p. So 20 over negative 7 is same as minus 20 over 7. So this is the answer for p. So moving towards question 23. So this is the vector question. So what's being asked? AC. What does AC lie in which triangle? It is lying in the complete triangle. So it means that we can see AC, the head is towards C. The head is towards C. It means that C is to be taken as positive because both are the heads are joining at C. And here we can see the tail and is head are joining. So A must be taken as negative. In that case, we'd write on C minus A directly. So the position vector of X means that we have to find OX vector. So where does X lie? X is in the midpoint of AC. So mention X, this is the X point, and OX is basically joining this with the point X. So OX is heading towards X. So we have to take any of the triangle. So if I'm going to take this triangle, if this is A, so we have to, you can say, show the arrows because AC is downwards. So AX is also downwards. So AX will be half of the AC. AC is C minus A. So take half of it means half C minus A. Now look at the triangle. So the resultant's head and this head is joining. Both are positive. This is positive and tail and tail. A is also taken as positive because the resultant's tail and A's tail are joining at one point. So 1 by 2 c minus a to be added with a. So open the bracket, so it will be 1 by 2 c minus 1 by 2 a plus a. So it means that the coefficient is 1. So 1 minus half always gives you the positive half. So it means that the result is 1 by 2, we can say c and plus 1 by 2a. We can take half as a common and the signs are positive in this case. So this is the result. So I hope so all of you understood this concept. If you have any queries, do let me know. I can explain. I can make the videos related to vectors in detail very soon. So next topic is yx. Where is y point lying? Y basically is a point lying on AB basically, and the ratio is mentioned. Y is basically lying anywhere else here. So the ratios is mentioned. So there are two ratios of this and one ratio of it. It means that overall there is a C. The overall ratio is 3. So it means that if we take a y vector, it will be 2/3 of C. So it will be 2/3 of C. This is AY. And what about YB? YB will be 1/3 of the vector C. Okay, we have figured it out. Now look at, we have to find YX vector. Join these two, arrow towards X, arrow towards X. So the resultant will be arrow towards X. So we know this vector, this is head and tail is joining. So 2 by C is negative and the head and head. So 1 by 2 C minus A is positive. So 1 by 2 C minus A will be taken as positive and negative is 2 by third of C. Now open the bracket and simplify for C. 1 by 2 C minus 1 by 2 A and minus 2 by third of C. So 1 by 2C and 2 by 3C is to be simplified. We have to make the write down together. So minus 1 by 2 is to be written on the right hand side. So the LCM is 6. So it will be, we have to multiply by 3 here. So 3 and minus we have to multiply by 2 in order to make the denominator same. So it will be 2 times 2 is 4. So minus 1 by 2a. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1 over 6c minus 1 by 2a. This is the final result. Minus 1 by 6c minus 1 by 2a. This is the final result for this part C of question number 23. So we're moving towards question number 24. That is the last one that we have to solve. Solve means we have to find the values of x. How we can solve them? Look at the denominators, both are different. So it means that we have to multiply. The other thing here means multiply divided by x minus 1 and denominator as well. So minus 2 times we have to multiply the opposite one, other denominator x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 times x minus 1. As you know, x plus 1 times by x minus 1 resulting in x square minus 1. So we have to write down x square minus 1 in the denominator. So 3x times x is 3x squared minus 3x times 1 is 3x. This negative sign is to be included with 2. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 equals to 3. Now cross multiply. So simplify as well. 3x squared minus 5x minus 3x minus 2x is minus 5x and minus 2. So 3 and it is to be multiplied with x squared minus 1. So 3 is to be multiplied with both of the terms. So 3x squared minus 5x minus 2 equals to 3x squared minus 3. So 3x squared both are positive on both sides. We can cut down them. These two can be cut. So simplify further. Bring the constant onto the right hand side. Minus 5x equals to minus 3 plus 2. So minus 5x equals to minus 1. Both negative signs will be cut. So 5 is to be multiplied here. It is to be divided onto the other side. So this is the final result. So it's 1 over 5. So this is the last, you can say, question of this paper. So if you have any queries, anything you don't understand, do let me know. And you can say at the last, I can say, do subscribe my channel for more videos. I will be publishing, you can say, more of the past papers very soon in upcoming days and few topics as well. Do let me know in the comment section which topic you're facing difficulty in. I will be making separate videos for the concept building and for the quick revision as well. I will be making few of the videos very soon for all of the topics having quick revision before your CIs. So take care of yourself and Allah Hafiz. Time.